what would be some tips and some directions on how to provide a consistent culture in your organization?
Yeah, so we say a lot as leaders that you gotta what's your culture, and how do you create a culture and whatnot. And the thing is, you can sit back and culture will be created, right? Culture just happens. So you have to be very intentional and thoughtful about it happening in the way in which drives the outcomes that you desire, right? In a way that captures what you're trying to achieve. And it just so happens that at Touchstone, we were in looking at our culture and how to drive culture. And I believe firmly it starts with mission. But that mission has to be very simple, because it has to resonate and connect with every single team member at every single layer of the organization in order for it to be effective. And so we took a group as a leadership team with voices from our field or our communities, brought groups together and say, what are we really trying to accomplish here? Why do we wake up in the morning? And we kind of repurposed our operating agreement into a Touchstone experience. And this is inclusive of our purpose to glorify God, our vision to be the leading post-acute healthcare solution in the markets we serve, and most importantly, our mission. And our mission is, again, very simple, but yet profound and reflective of the noble work and calling that we all have. It's to make lives better through a best-in-class healthcare experience. And sometimes I even say, make lives better through best-in-class experiences. And then, okay, it's good to publish those. And we get it here at the corporate level or at the CSO level, but how do we ensure it's inculcated throughout the organization and that every team member is aligned around that Touchstone experience? And I believe firmly that it starts with head knowledge. And you see, our purpose, vision, and mission, it has to become a part of our daily vernacular. We have to include it on our collaterals. We include it in our conversations. We include it in our meetings. Just our daily vernacular is inclusive of our mission, our vision, and our purpose. And I think at the community level, at the direct caregiver level, it starts with the head knowledge, memorizing it, right? And a lot of people say, well, you memorize it, but really what good does that do? And I'm a firm believer that we say it. We memorize it and we say it. We say it over and over again. Make lives better through a best-in-class healthcare experience. Make lives better through a best-in-class healthcare experience. And we're recognizing people as we see evidence of that. And that reinforces it. And they're saying it, saying it, saying it. And as we recognize it as they're saying it, guess what happens? It goes from the head, and eventually that head knowledge becomes heart knowledge. You see, then they're able to apply what they know up here to their own heart, their own role, and they know how what they do on a daily basis helps the organization fulfill the mission. And then guess what? That heart knowledge is manifested then in their hands and their actions. And that's a really cool thing to see. And I think that's why so many times you look at, and I'm a huge studier of culture, right? Organizational culture, a student of organizational culture. And so often you'll see these great mission statements and this great approach or concept around culture, and the words are there, but then you go and visit a store or visit a community or an individual business unit, and you're like, wait a minute, there's a disconnect there, right? And see, it's really easy to write it, but the secret is how do we get that inculcated through every member of the organization? And that's where we really begin to deliver on our promise, on our pledge to those in our care. And again, head, heart, hands across the entire organization. And that's how we ultimately achieve our mission and our purpose.
Head, heart, hands. I love that. That's simple, to the point, and easy to remember.
Yeah.
That's really good.